Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Florence Amarimu. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great. So guys, today's tutorial is the conclusion of the first part of the how to sew the jacket or blazers. And before we go ahead with the video, I would like to appreciate each and every one of us. Thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting your girl. And if today is your first time of tuning into my channel, you are welcome. Please don't forget, don't make it your last. Please leave, if you find the video useful, give me a good thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your bell notification to get notified each time I play the new video. Thank you all. So guys, I've used the pattern paper to cut out on the fabric. You can see the way it's looking. I've cut out the front and the back panel, both the princess cut. So that's the lapel. At the same time, is also will be standing in for the facing also, but the lapel will be the turquoise blue will be showing on the lapel. So I'm just showing us. I will be attaching the princess cut, the front panel with the princess cut that has the lapel, and I will be doing the same thing to the back with the princess cut also. That's the back. So that's the princess cut. I will be stitching it together using a 1/2 inch to stitch it together, both the front panel and the back panel. Just 1/2 inch like so all the way up. So I've done that, gave it a good press. Now I'm attaching the lapel to the front panel. So guys, from that point I'm holding, you will mark out 2.5 inches. 2.5. If you remember, we marked out 2. If you remember that, we marked out 2.5 inches when we are cutting out the panel. So I will chalk it so as to see where to stitch down. So that chalk line is where I'm going to stitch. So I have gone ahead to do that. So that I'm just showing us how it's looking. So I have stitched it down. You can see the way it's looking. I have stitched it down like so, giving it a good press. Stitch it down, give it a good press, and I hemmed it first before attaching my lining. Guys, why this method will give your jacket the lining is not going to show. This method, definitely the lining, if you watch most of the ready-made jackets, you will see that the lining is a little bit away from the length of the jacket. This is how they make it. You fold the jacket first before attaching. You hem the jacket first before attaching your lining to the jacket. So this is where I will be attaching the lining. I have 2 methods of attaching this lining, but I'm just showing us this particular. You can stitch the lining to the jacket first before cutting it, but for the purpose of this tutorial, you can just place it on it, spread out your lining, place the jacket like so, just the way I'm doing it, then cut out the lining. But you can stitch it first that straight line before you cut the lining. So this is what I was trying to explain to us, guys. You see that place I hem, you hem the jacket first, then you cut out the jacket. You will see I will cut the lining. You will see the way I will cut out the lining. This way your lining is not going to show. You have to wear jacket, the lining inside, no one is going to see it. That is something you don't want to do on jacket. You don't want to see once you wear your jacket is the lining. It's not good to if you want to see the lining underneath the jacket. So I've cut it out just like so. Now I will go ahead and stitch it down. I was trying to let us know that you can stitch this down first before cutting the lining, whichever one you want to do. So I have gone ahead to stitch it, guys. See what I was saying. You see, I've gone ahead, gave it a good press. See the lining, see that down. The lining is not going to show. It's not showing. You won't see the line is showing, and the jacket will not fold. Another thing with jacket is that, well, if you don't, the lining is not. If the lining is short, the jacket will be folded. You will see most times you see some jacket down will be folded. So guys, this is the back panel. I have gone ahead to attach it. Attach the lining. I've cut out the lining, attach the lining to it also. So I want to show us, if you don't, one thing with jackets, if you don't want the lining to be falling, because this is the back, there's nothing going to hold it down. So I will show us. You see the way I'm holding it like so? I will be holding the back panel like so, and the front and the lining, and the joining of both the lining and the fabric. I will try set the back. Now I will be holding it. You see, I will hold that point, hold here together, hold both of them together. That way, the back will stay, and you won't see any fold down. You're not going to see any fold at the length of the jacket. So I will use my pin, go ahead and hold it down like so. After holding it, I will go to the machine and just stitch a little portion, just about 1 inch on both sides, straight. That way I have secured it, that is not going to fold. The down part of the jacket will not fold. So I will just stitch it just a little bit right there to that, just about 1.5 or 2 inches long. So I've gone ahead to join the body together. Just the first thing I did was to join the Ankara fabric. I did that, got the measurement, I joined it together. You can see that. So the next thing, the lining is still separate, guys. Now after you have finished joining the Ankara first, the next thing you will do is to join the stitch together the lining. The first thing is to stitch together the fabric, which is the Ankara, whichever fabric you are using, before you stitch the lining. So for us to know where we will start, I normally use this for my people this is strictly for beginners. Chalk the line, chalk that portion like so. Now press the lining towards that chalk area. That way you will know particular point you want to hold the linings together. You see, I will just press each side, hold it, let it, lap it, and that way you will know the particular side of the lining you will be joining. So you see the chalk, those chalks that you are seeing shows you where you will start sewing, and you will hold it up like 1 inch or ½ inch, depending on, because you don't want your lining to be tight. One thing with jacket, the lining should not be tight. The lining has to be a little bit freer on the body. So this is how it's looking, guys. I've gone ahead, joined the body and the shoulder together. You can't see any stitches outside. That is the way it's looking, guys. So the next thing, I have done the sleeve. I did that off camera. That is the way I've already attached the lining to it. So we'll go ahead now, and before we attach the collar, I would just want to show us how to attach the hand. Before you attach the hand to the jacket, make sure you are taking the measurement of your shoulder. You see the way I'm measuring it? Make sure you measure your shoulder before you attach your sleeve. You just have to measure the shoulder before you attach your sleeve. Now we are going back to the collar. We'll have to cut out the collar. I will take the measurement of the neck. Remember, guys, we are stopping right at that. You can see that point. That is where we are going to start to attach the jacket. Now we got the measurement of the neck. I will divide it by 2 to cut out. So the neck I will divide by 2, which is 18 and a half. Divide by 2 will give us 9.25. That 9.25, I will place it on the cloth safe, whichever one you are using, but I will be taking out half inch. Once I takes out half inch from that 9.25, it will give us 8.75. So I'm not marking out 9.25, I'm marking out 8.75. Half inch, I've taken out half inch. So the length I will be taking, you can see the length of it is 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches the height, while the width is 8.75. So I will be going up by 1.5 inches. So at this point, you remember the neck, our neck is, the standard neck is 3 inches or 3.5 inches. So I will place my tape like so and take the 3 inches or 3.5 inches, whichever one neck you want to take. But I took 3 inches for this collar. So I have gotten that 3 inches. Now I will curve it. You know that, like the way you do shirt collar, you go up at that point I'm doing right now, you go up a little bit. I'm not saying it's shirt collar, but you just, at the back, like at that point, I went up by half inch. After you have done that, ensure you measure it before you cut it out. You don't just go ahead and cut. Make sure you use exact measurement of the neck you want. You just have to remeasure it again. Make sure you are getting the remeasurement before you cut out or use your collar. So I will go ahead and cut out the collar like so. Guys, if you guys want to see, for me to make a tutorial on this, how to cut the collar jacket, just give me, let me know in the comment section. I will do it. But I just felt a lot of us must know how to cut the jacket. I'm just showing us, if you want to give your collar, you want to make it a pointed kind of collar, you can extend it like so, whichever way. But I didn't do that. I just had my cut it straight. So I'm placing it on the fabric. I want to use my color, the color of the jacket, any color I want. So I will place it like so, give it a good press on both sides. Then I just head it with white needle, because I will still give it a good press. I head it with white thread, round, that way it will stay. Then I will stitch it with a half inch. I'm just chalking half inch to show that is exact. Both of them will be of the same length. So I notch the middle of the collar like so, just to guide me when attaching it to the jacket. So I will attach it. I'm just showing us that ensure that the collar, the middle collar and the middle of the jacket itself must align, which will tell you that this, both of them have to align to show you that you are on the right path. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave me a comment in the comment section. Ask me any question based on this. I will gladly reply you, or turn on the bell notification to get notified each time I upload a new video. Guys, please share if you find it useful. Give me a huge thumbs up. Don't just watch, guys. There's nothing, it doesn't cost much. Just click on it, like, share, and see you all in my next video.